Today I'm going to do a semi-complete lore on Kilrax, because he's a cool character and some people seem to like him. He's born during the Hiker era, which is where many gods rooted their religions. It's where the name Kilrax comes from. It's actually pronounced Calrax, but in recent evolution it's evolved to Kilrax. The species he is a part of, are still around. However, he's quite a bit taller than them, and they don't live anywhere near as long as he does. Kilrax had a family, a wife and kids. Magic was a new thing to them. When he first learned about it, he created his hammer, using one of the first spells ever learnt by a member of his species. However, this spell was a more one and done thing, allowing him to connect with a rare mineral, which is the same one on that tiny part of the hammer. He didn't know this, he just thought it was a cool looking rock. He spent months forging a mask from a unique rock he had found. Large parts were scattered around the mask, and it seemed to be indestructible, but only to a certain form of his hammer. Once the eyes had been forged, they weren't removable. Once the crown, that wasn't removable. Turns out this was a rare mineral, the only of its kind, created when the god above all, the embodiment of sheer power, destroyed the multiverse basically, so there's no other multiverses, it's just this one canon universe. And this was sent from one of the ones that survived. Well, didn't survive, but merged. This large yellow space rock. When placing it upon his head, the bits around forged into a mighty armour. Reckoning his body together, he couldn't remove the armour. He could remove his helmet and other parts of the armour and had a great time with his family, but his wife grew distant, considering he couldn't remove his armour. His life fell apart around him as his body rotted under his armour. Eventually, after being alive for so long, it turned into true nothing. A substance in the Destroyerverse essentially could send you insane just by seeing it. It's sheer black, no light enters, no light escapes. Imagine a black hole, but it has no effects. Under his armour, all he is now is crimson bones and true nothing. The orb he carries in his chest has a purpose. It's known as the Orb of Destruction, and he had to find it once he discovered his body was producing true nothing. As true nothing was near limitless energy, but not controllable. It destroyed everything in its way. So the Orb of Destruction essentially eradicates it from existence before it can escape his armour. Most of his armour is destructible, but his helmet is not, being one of the few things in reality that's completely impervious to damage. Once he chooses, it will pull the yellow parts of armour upon his body into itself, filling in the helmet, making it almost like a centerpiece. On the power scale of my universe, he ranks just above Destro gods, on the same scale as Deep Destroyer. Current canon, he's living in a small shack he built for himself out of stone on an outskirt planet inhabited by simpler creatures. Most can speak English though. And that's about it for Kilrax. If you want to know more, please comment down below, I'd be happy to share. Have a good day.